Welcome to our mini course on strategies for conducting engaging meetings and trainings. We promise we are going to get to the disco ball and the M&Ms. We'll get there in a little bit. But we want to start by first off sharing the 3 foundational things you must have in order to have an engaged session. The first thing is meaningful content. So content has to be meaningful and relevant to the people in your session. If it's meaningful and relevant, if they really want and they need it at that moment, it doesn't matter what you do. They will be engaged just because of that. They will sit through lecture, they'll read a long article, they'll go through anything just to get the content if it's meaningful and needed to them in the moment. So that is the most foundational and arguably the most important thing. The second thing is time. You can design the best engagement exercise, discussion, whatever it is. If you don't allow the time for it in your meeting or training, it's not going to work. I see so many sessions, and I'm guilty of it myself. We pack so much things in a short amount of time that you don't allow time for people to really enjoy and get what they can out of the exercise or session, and to really allow people to reflect as well. So it's kind of like for those of you that are wine drinkers out there, when you uncork a bottle of wine, you have to let it breathe and sit for a moment. Same thing for your exercises. Allow time for your exercises and discussions and engagement activities to breathe. The third is to communicate expectations and intentions. So if you're going to have participants turn on camera and participate in group discussions, make sure you inform them prior to the session so they can get into the right mindset that they're going to be doing that. In the session, start off by explaining what your expectations and intentions are for the session so that they know that this is the norm we're trying to create. This is the culture we're trying to create for the session or the group. So that way they will feel that it's okay. And you want to model that as well. So those are the 3 things, to make sure that the content is meaningful, to allow time for the content and the engagement activities to take place, and to communicate your expectation and intention and model that. Those 3 will go a long way to making sure any session is engaged and interactive.